because I don't think you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready. The question is, are you ready? What are you doing there, Stink? It looks like it started. You're not ready.
It's not on. What's going on? Let me refresh.
Oh, you need to refresh, all right. Aesthetic Ocean is here. Hello, how are you?
Do I skip ad then? Huh?
No, don't skip the ad. No ad skipping for you. Get
What's
200
this?
subs. Congratulations. Just bear with me. I've got to get this set up too. We're doing all our stuff. Oh, we've started streaming before we're completely set up.
Simcity?
You got it. Seeing as I had a few comments that were mentioning Simcity, so I figured why don't we just play it?
Okay.
Because I was saying that last game that you were playing was a bit like SimCity.
Yes, I guess. Not so much in terms of building. And we'll see. Maya. First, we need to connect your new city to the main highway. Okay.
Oh, you've got to go. Oh, Clayton Gober's here too. Hello, how are you? Stinky, you're going to do the commentary there while I be right back?
Nah.
Yeah, you are. Get on it.
Nah.
Stinky, come on.
Okay. Now we put the house in. Build house in residential zone. Okay, so it's next to the road. Right? Okay. Can it get bigger? Maybe not. Never mind. Residential. Next to the road. Didn't I press it next to the road? Okay. Choo.
Alright, we're in.
Constructing the house.
Oh, you constructed. Xavier's here as well. Long time no see to you. How have you been? How is everyone today? And any help if people would like to communicate with Albiza? She speaks Italian.
Oh.
So every now and again I will write some Italian. Clayton Gober says that they were playing Metro last night. Oh, we don't know that game. Do you know Metro?
Nope.
No? What sort of game is it, Clayton? We're always curious to hear about new games.
Okay.
Now, you know what I've picked as the topic of conversation today? Sniffing Stinky Smells. You'd know all about that, wouldn't you, Stink Pants?
Like you sniff the cat piss cloth today?
Hey, don't use the P word, but yes, I'm very disappointed with Rat Bag. She did some stuff on my clothing this morning, I guess, because it was definitely still wet. I'm good. How about you? Yeah, we're both good, Xavier. We're sort of streaming at different times at the moment just because we're having trouble getting our timetables or schedules to match up. So sorry for that. For the next few weeks, things will be all over the place. And has anyone got anything exciting to tell us while I go on the Stinky Smell Fiesta?
Recommend stop eating or drinking at the moment.
Well, that gives you stinky morning breath, that's for sure, Stink Pants, because we know you do that. So what else has been... well, I've got to say yes, we'll start off with the old animals going to the toilet. You know, rabbit pee and cat pee stink. In fact, rabbit pee makes me gag. Cat pee a little bit, but not as bad as the rabbit pee. Cat poo stinks too.
I can't impress enough of today's topic of conversation.
Are you talking about me personally stinking?
Uh,
I don't make you
you're
gag,
talking
though.
about piss.
Well, I want to go on to the what is it, kitchen caddy, where we do the composting with the vegetables. That makes me dry heave as well. Once it's been sitting there for a little bit. What's the stinkiest smell experience that you've had? That's what I'd like to know. There's part of me that wants to buy a can of Surstrumming, you know that? Just to smell it.
Can of what?
Surstrumming, that Swedish fermented fish business.
Oh.
Because people say...
No, you have to eat. You have to eat so it's go inside you to the brain, just like wasabi.
You're more likely to eat it though, aren't you? You like stinky fish smelling stuff. So Clayton's saying it's about post-apocalyptic world of Moscow, Russia. You play as any Tom. I think he might mean anyone, meeting friends and foes. So is it a PlayStation game or PC? Can you get it on a mobile phone? Particularly, can you get it on a mobile phone? Laserjet's here! Good to see you too, Laser. All the DLG is showing up. When did we get on the top of animal leavings? So it's not necessarily to do with the animals and their bodily functions. It's more to do with the actual, what's the worst smells that you have encountered in your life? And does it evoke memory? That's the other thing. When I smell, and this isn't a stinky smell, but when I smell particular perfumes, it reminds me of a person that I know either wears or did wear that particular perfume in the past.
Yep.
Instant memory like that.
Yep. But that's not stink.
Yeah, that's not a stinky one.
So you shouldn't say your topic today is about stink, alright? It's also about the, smell, fragrance and whatnot. Make it more, appetizing or
Alright,
whatever.
so when I smell durian, stinky smell to me, but it reminds me of, my family really, and the stories in the family about how they weren't allowed to eat durian at home. You had to eat it outside. No durian in the house. Awesome Pugs here too. How are you? Did you guys ever do a face reveal? No, we haven't done one yet. Special event when we beat PewDiePie. The stinkiest was when I walked into a bat cave. Wow, that would have been scary, I would think. Imagine walking into a cave full of bats. And I have heard guano is particularly stinky.
What? Hang on, what? Guano?
Isn't guano bat poo?
I don't know.
Well, maybe I've got that wrong. I thought guano was bat poo. They used to mine that stuff for fertilizer or something. Did you know anything about that? It was worth more than gold. Probably still is.
I don't know about worth more than gold, but I know that you use bat poo for fertilizer. Yes, that I know.
Your skin is freezing here. Let me help you take it off. They said they won't until they... Yeah, that's right, until we surpass PewDiePie. Yes, I said lyrics from video game soundtrack. Is that... I'm getting a bit confused with the chat at the moment. Old Uncle Poodot doesn't know what's going on. But that's nothing unusual, is it, Stinky?
Uh-huh. What are you doing?
Smacking that like button there, Stinky. No goo. So I've got to every now and again.
Read this. Oh, we getting a little stinky over here.
Well, so
you got me over there.
That brings me to another one. And again, I'm not saying this is stinky, but when you go overseas to a new country or a new city, do you notice that they've got a smell to them? I'm not saying it's a bad smell. It's just different from what you used to. Have you noticed that?
Say that again. What?
Well, the first time I went to your country and got off the plane and went outside, and this happened to me in every country, it's got a different smell. You get used to it very quickly and you don't really notice it, but it's that first time that you walk out the door and it's like, whoa, that smells different. Having said that, I have been to certain parts of certain cities, I won't name them, where it is particularly bad smell. So I went to a poorer country once and we were walking in a slum sort of area where there was garbage everywhere. Yeah, that had a smell to it. Not that nice.
No, I don't really smell anything when I go to a different country.
No?
Nah. It's more about the area or the population odor. The human odor.
Yes. Now, I don't know, because we've got a kind of younger audience here, but I would also like to briefly mention one of my favourite books and movies, but I do have to say the movie's kind of graphic, adult type material. The book, I suppose it's got adult themes to it, so I'm not recommending that you go and read this sort of thing until you're of age. But Perfume, you've read Perfume, haven't you? Yeah. And I've shown you the movie. Uh-huh. And that's all about the old olfactory functions, isn't it?
Mm. Oh, kind of. What do you call that? Like Victoria? What sort of era is that?
18th century, 17th century. I heard that both Paris and London were particularly smelly at certain points of time, right. But they also had tanneries that in the earlier period, the tanneries were actually in the city.
What is the tannery?
And then they got forced out because of the pollution and smell.
Yep.
So yeah, apparently that was very bad. And then if you didn't have proper sanitation, which was a big issue for a long time, then people would just dump their stuff on the street. So that's not going to help either, is it? They said they went... Oh no, I read that already. Does anyone else here watch anime or just me? Stinky watches anime.
Not a lot these days. Like, I usually watch it with my sisters. Now that I live overseas, so don't really have a chance to watch.
I just caught you reading some anime before, though.
Read, not watch.
Yeah, reading, not watching. Fair
and
enough.
Not anime, it's manga.
And Clayton says, no, you can't get it on mobile. It's on Xbox, PS4, PC, Nintendo, and Switch. Darn it. Although we do have the PlayStation 4, but unless it's a free game. But even then, we've got to pay for the PlayStation membership or whatever it's called, which we haven't done yet. We just don't play enough. Oh, and special shout out and thanks to LaserJet for helping me test the PlayStation the other day, because you weren't here, but I was just trying to see if anyone could hear me. So he did let me know that the microphone does work, but it wasn't working great. So I'm not too sure what's going on there. No goo, says Albiza. No, you can't get it on mate. Oh no, I read that already. I like anime, says Aesthetic Ocean. Tanner didn't give tans, they gave leather. LaserJet's a well-educated person to know what a tanner is, isn't he? Fairly short lifespan for those guys back in the day. They weren't expected to live very long because of all of the toxins that were used to produce the leather. Do you know that? They started off mainly as children, not the owner. We're talking the people that did the actual tanning. They're often like street kids that would get employed to work, well, basically as slaves. They barely got paid, if at all, maybe just food and board, and that was it. Was one of those suggestions the B word? I'm not sure what happened there. LaserJet, the beta stage tester, he certainly is. I was glad Kane actually showed up to one of the live streams as well that you were playing in, but we kept asking him, could you hear us? And we were getting no response. I've played this game, then I got bored of it. Oh, well, hopefully we'll keep you entertained. Oh, I'm hiccuping already. That will keep you entertained with the live chat as opposed to the game itself. Stinky, do you watch My Hero Academia, Hike You, or Place to Place Aki Kochi?
Maybe it's better if I just read that.
So that's that one there. So what happened now? The stream... What? The stream ended? No, I don't think so. Oh, the stream is buffering, so this might happen... with people that are watching on a mobile phone, because it definitely doesn't buffer at our end, isn't it? Hang on, why we... That's the wrong one. What's going on there? Ah, you stink pants. I don't know what's going on there. Just bear with this for a moment. Oh, you stinky.
What? I didn't do anything.
Ah, you did it. SpaghettiOs says Laser Sniper YT. I like SpaghettiOs. You don't like the canned spaghettis that much?
Not the canned spaghetti that much, but I like the sauce, and if you add something to the sauce, that's great.
That's what you want, isn't it, Stinky?
That's what I think is good.
Red December's here, our favourite, because she speaks to
Actually,
Albiza in Italian, who I think is still here, but she hasn't said anything recently, but she was having a good chat before. I try to put in a little bit of Italian in there every now and again. Look at our channel member, Red December. She's got the, I think, 2nd month badge now. Or it might even be 3rd month by now. Good old loyalty badges. You got to love it, Stinky.
of course.
Aesthetic Ocean got a crack in my phone. Here's some advice to you. And I'll say this to everyone, and I forced Stink Pants to do it, didn't I, Stinky? You get yourself what we call a tradies case. So it's or a tradesman's case. So that you can put it around the outside and it adds a double or triple layer of protection. Is it double or triple? Double layer. It might be triple. I'm not sure. But it protects your screen, it protects the phone. I've dropped my phone a few times now. Yo, what's going on with the red line? I think it's having a stroke. What red line? I didn't see anything there, Stinky. Pudot, when did you get ads? So we've had them for a while. We got into the YouTube partner program, I think it was more than... Actually, no, I know exactly when. So, yeah, more than a year ago now. It was literally on the 1st of January last year we started getting monetized. So you'll start seeing ads there, and as you can see with Red December, she's a channel member. So that shows that we're in the partner program there as well. And she's even done the DLG. She's got access to the special emojis there that all channel members do. So let me just show all of them. There they are. There's the more channel members we get, the more emojis we can add. So Clayton says, my favourite movie is Godfather. Nice one. And 1917. So I've seen both of those films. So have you, Stinky, from memory? You watched 1917 with me. That was the war film. This was when people were saying, oh, they should have got an Academy Award, but the international film on some kind of virus did instead. So it was based on a couple of British soldiers basically just running and trying to find someone. A little bit like Saving Private Ryan, but set in the First World War. And not as, silly storyline that you said? Mm-hmm. It was a better storyline.
Better. And
his favourite Call of Duty game is World at War and Black Ops. And I don't know. Oh, I think he's saying Red Redemption? Red RD2? Is that Red Redemption 2? I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
So we like the Call of Duty, but we've only got a couple of those games, isn't it? Black Ops 3 and World War 2. Love them both. Although I wish the second one there had multiplayer on it, so we could do the split screen, but we can't. Aesthetic got her nails done today. What colour? And did they have a little pattern on them as well? Inspired by the one and only Shoto... Oh, gee, I can't even pronounce this. Shoto Todoroki, Icy Hot, half and half. It fixed another ad. Great. Yummy, sounds delish. And here we go. Red December's making Southwest chicken tacos.
Wow.
I love the tacos. We got the big Indian feast last night, and I'm so happy that the owner of that restaurant knows us now, doesn't he? He really does. Because he keeps giving us free stuff every time we go there, which we're very grateful for. We actually did the maths on it on the way home. He gave us a couple of, well, the equivalent of a free dessert and a free drink, but we believe he also discounted the food for us, which is incredible because it's already cheap and good. Shout out to those guys. Where's mine Red December? I want to know that too, Kane. Feed us the tacos. I'm a big fan of the old tacos, Stinky.
Yeah.
Not again. We've gone off topic of the smelliest smells ever encountered, and we're already back on food. But having said that, there's some foods that are stinky that we've mentioned before. Your fish sauce, stink pants, that stinks. And your shrimp paste, it reeks. I'm thinking about making crepes, says Clayton gave a nice one. Where are we getting all of these dinner invites? We'll have to make a reservation at their home restaurant. Go to Red December's for the main meal and then Clayton's for dessert. What do you think?
Yeah, so you have to fly there first, right?
So asking again, do people have a preference of crepe over pancake over pikelet? There you go. Three different short.
Pikelet?
They're the short little fat ones. So they're small and round. Well, actually, I can't say they're thicker than pancakes because
Just like smaller pancake.
Yeah, like a small little round pancake. Pikelet. And then pancake's pancake and crepe is very, very thin.
When we went to pancake parlor, it's not that thin, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not actually that thin. I have to disconnect to translate. I use a screenshot and Google Translate, but now I see you. So I'm just going to say Red December's here. Red December is here and great at translating. Not that I'm putting pressure on you, Red December. It's just that I was hoping that she would show up. And shout out to her as well, because the last stream that we did was at a very awkward time for just about everyone. We had a lot of new people show up, but there was only 2 of the DLG were there. And she left a comment that clearly she watched pretty much the whole stream, or did watch the whole stream on a replay. So there you go. Much appreciated for doing that, Red December. We kind of missed the DLG, but we just struggling at the moment to get back to that usual time. The stream keeps buffering. So are you using a mobile phone at the moment, LaserJet? Because that's often the case. We have a computer set up here to make sure that there's no issues with the stream, and it seems to run fine. But then again, you know, we're streaming pretty close to where the computer is, so maybe that doesn't help. But you can try refreshing the phone. That often works as well. Yeah, hopefully that'll help. So, jingle bells, catching yells, yurakaka, Yurakaka. I can't even pronounce that. Yuraraka floats away. Deku cries and Shotu sighs and Lita runs away. Who are all of these people? Stinky, do you know any of them? LaserJet's going to go on a computer now. Thank you for doing that. Apologies for whatever's going on. We do want to switch. I keep saying this, but I do want to switch to a different streaming app. I just haven't gotten around to it, and the fact that we're so busy at the moment is making everything difficult. I might use both of them, says LaserJet. That even means even more viewers for us, so we're grateful for that. Gotta love the DLG. I'm giving the DLG a shout out now. There you go. Big shout out to the DLG. Anime characters, says Aesthetic Asian. Thanks for the motivation, LaserJet. He's a great motivator for us. All the DLG are, really, isn't it? We look forward to seeing them every week. We probably talk about them too much during the week, isn't it? What about our own lives? And it's awesome that Ibiza takes the time to join us as well on a regular basis, given that she does speak Italian. She doesn't speak any English. Although she did leave me a message before saying, I noticed that you translated into Italian, like for the actual videos. So hopefully that helps a little bit more. Congratulations there. Just be a little bit careful about mentioning the channels, just because we don't want to get that yellow symbol for breaching terms and service. It's happened to us before. So Sumiki is I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say that word, but for IO, that word, you know what that word is. But it's considered it, particularly on Twitch, you can get into trouble for using that word. I don't think YouTube minds too much for the moment, but it's meant to be a derogatory term, we'll say that for sure.
Right.
Shrekker's best waifu. I need explanation of what a waifu is. I see that all the time too. And you've got to explain it 3 or 4 times to me because my memory's terrible. I end up forgetting these things.
Terrible.
I've got a great memory, don't I, Stinky?
Huh? Who said that?
This is my family history. French, German, Dutch, Irish and Native American. That's a big mix. That mix is even bigger than mine. So, and I don't want you to say anything too personal, Clayton. So, you know, keep, I guess, identifying information private. But I'm very curious how that worked. And I suspect that you can trace your family history back to early settlers. Because if you've got French, German, Dutch, Irish in there, aren't they a lot of those the early settlers in America? And the fact that he's actually got Native American there as well. Another question I have, Clayton, again, you don't have to answer it, is do you get the benefits of, well, first, does America have benefits when it comes to the native indigenous people? For example, I know that, did you know that they can run their own casinos and have different laws that apply to them to a regular casino?
No.
So you've got, and again, I might be wrong about this, but my understanding is, you know, some states, like Australia, some states don't allow gambling or casinos, so you can't have a casino in that state.
There is a state that you're not allowed to do that?
Yeah, well...
I thought you are allowed to do in every state.
We might now. I don't know what we don't gamble, so we don't know, but we might now in every state. I don't know what the current status is. But growing up, no, where we live now, you could not have a casino. If anyone wanted to gamble, they'd have to go interstate to do that. We couldn't even have pokie machines. They'd still have things like Tats Lotto or scratchy tickets, but that's about it.
Right.
So going back to the Native Americans, my understanding is if they have a reserve in a state where it's illegal to have a casino, they can actually set one up. So maybe someone from America can clarify that for me, but that was my understanding. I don't know, Aesthetic Ocean. The word that you've used there is a derogatory word, is my understanding, and I don't think YouTube's terms of service has a problem with it, but Twitch's terms of service do, from what I've seen other creators say. Waifu is like a female anime character who you would definitely marry if she was real. Oh, that could be a lot. If I had to compare some of those female anime characters to you, Stink Pants, I'd marry them all. I'd have a harem, divorce you, marry them. Waifu.
Hang on, what is the name again?
Waifu?
No, before that.
What, the actual name of the character? Haireiku or something? Io.
I don't know that. Still don't know that.
Example, I can't even pronounce that word, name, is so pretty. I would totally marry her if she was real. A husbando is the male equivalent of waifu. There you go. Penguin's here! We've got another one of the DLG show up. And oof, Sayuri, Doki, Doki, and even one for your channel. Please tell me you saw them. Random's back. Good to see him back. Random can keep a secret. I think he can. He's kept some of our secrets. He's good that way. That is true. In my state, the reservations can have casinos. There you go. So I'm guessing Red December's saying that it's not legal to have one in her state, but the Native Americans can if they have a reservation.
Okay.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Is this game like this? It is The Sims Random. So this one's called Simcity Buildit. When I tried to list it on YouTube, it wasn't there. It was on Omelette though, so that was weird. They had a link for SimCity Buildit, but YouTube didn't, so I had to put it under just normal SimCity. And we chose this game because I had a few comments on the last video that were mentioning Sims, so I figured, oh well, we'll play this one as well. Yes. Oh, gee, I'm a little bit way behind. Penguin Smuggler Secret info, his private chat. Yeah, well, you can do that on Discord as well. Awesome Pug to UFC Top OV. I'm not sure if he's talking about one of our streams or the UFC itself. I mean, I don't glorify violence, but hey, I don't mind watching a bit of combat sports. I like the UFC. Just to watch other professionals do it. I wouldn't recommend you try doing that, you know, on the street or anything. But, professionals. Clayton says, my dad's side has the craziest one. My great-grandfather was, I won't read that, and in the 1960s went to New York, then Texas, and married a Cherokee. Wow, that's an interesting family history, isn't it? So I can say we're both multicultural, if you can say that, with a bit of mixed blood, isn't it? And I've got more mixed blood than you, though, Stinky. Present says, Kane. Hey, Red December, how you doing today? Private chat, how do I get there? So we have a private chat in Discord, Aesthetic Ocean. So if someone can, I'll do the link. I think I had that open already. But from memory, I think you're saying that your parents didn't want you to join our Discord because we're too old. And they don't know anything about us, which is fair enough. You got to be careful when you're a child. I'd say that to even the guys that are in our Discord, to be careful what they do online. So let's hear the news, or you might have said it already. Mukbang spam content. Mukbang. I was watching a little bit of Nikado Avocado last night. Again, I don't know why. I sincerely hope that guy gets some help. He needs some help. Him and his partner, they're clearly not in the right frame of mind, I don't think. It could all be an act, but you can see the physical changes as well. So, yeah, we'll see. Because it's a pity. Like, not many people say this about Nikado Avocado, but I actually think he's very talented. He's quite funny when he wants to be and entertaining, but it's just the way he goes about it. Plus a talented violinist. So hopefully he'll go back to some of that someday. Some of it's cool, but some of it's weird. What about the new granny game, The Twins? I'll have to... I think I looked into that before. So thanks for reminding me again, Random. I'll try and remember to download it after the stream.
Who dare to remind him?
They like you play it, Granny. They love it when you do that, Stinky.
I can't move this really like the one in the computer. It's not comfortable move. I want to move.
Okay, just bear with me.
10%, 8, 5%, 10%. Postmodern. Can I do this one? Postmodern.
And Laserjet also suggested Frag. So, again, I know there's... Well, there was one that he suggested Slendy Tubbies, which they've got a couple of versions in the App Store, but they're not popular. They don't look like they're very well reviewed, but they're also not the ones that he was talking about. So, yeah, we'll see how that one goes. So, you know, we like surprising Stinky with when she plays games. So, Random asked, when will you play it? I won't say that in front of Stinky. Maybe I'll tell you privately on Discord. I just typed gibberish, says awesome pug. Shode, something really weird just happened earlier today. I've officially... Oh no, Penguin's in the wars again. He's officially been engaged for 3 months today and he broke his ankle today. Ah, Penguin, I hope you're alright there. I mean, congratulations for the 3 months engagement, but take it easy on your ankle. I'm a little bit hesitant to ask what happened there. He seems to get into the wars quite a bit. We might have to make him Bubble Boy, put him in one of those big bubbles so that he can't get hurt by anything around him. Awesome's faux... Or is he doing gibberish here? Wired Self, Roof Time, Box Week, UFC, Latex. He is writing gibberish at the moment. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm way behind. Wow. Sorry, I got distracted there. But it's good to see that the live chat's keeping active. I love it. Spill the tea. Say, Penguin fans will get that joke I made. No Uno unbox fund fix into ongoing pictures. Awesome's just doing a word salad at the moment. So yes, hopefully we do. Penguin's ankle will recover quickly, and again, congratulations on the engagement. Take it easy, Penguin.
Yeah, take it easy.
Penguins weren't made to fly. Or they can, they just choose not to. I would say think before you speak, Kaminari, but honestly I don't believe you can think. My friend is recovering from spraining his elbow. That can also be painful. My mother's side, my great-grandfather, and went to some state I don't know, and then great-grandmother met a Choctaw man, then got married. See, Choctaw is what? Do you know what language that is? You might have to tell us that too, Clayton. I do see it in the translate, but I don't think it does translate on YouTube. Because I know we've got it in the list, but but it doesn't translate, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you haven't done them.
Not sure.
You haven't done them for a while, have you?
I did it for the last stream.
Is this a good time for you? What is the topic of conversation today? So, today's not a bad time for us because it's Saturday and it's the same time that we usually start, like 12 or 1 o'clock. It was much better than the previous stream, which was after work for both of us at 9 p.m. or something. That was a tough one. That's why we did it for a short period of time. And the topic of conversation today is what is sniffing stinky smells. What's the stinkiest smell you've ever encountered? And are there more of them? And perhaps nice smells too. What's the nicest smell you've ever had? Doesn't have to all be about stink. Are you all fan of games here? Is anyone fond of Buildit? I've never played. So I'll write that, because the truth is some people come for the games, some people come for the stink pants. No one comes for Buildit.
Everyone come for you.
Oh, you're the one that gets all the compliments in the comments section. So just let me write that first. Oh gee, I can't get it out there. Some people come for the games, some for Stinky. So what are you saying there, Stinky, while I'm typing?
Thinking, what should I put in? Residential area, blah blah blah. Oh, what's this?
You gotta have a bit of a residential area happening there.
I have a lot.
Alright, so that's that one. I read that already. Slendy Tubbies 3 link is. So I tried finding Slendy Tubbies 3. They've got number 2, but it has hardly any ratings on it. I did look at it though, and plus you said frag as well. Want to know the worst part? I broke my right ankle, the one I used to drive, and I had to drive myself to the... that's making me squeamish. And I had to drive himself to the hospital. Can you imagine that? You break your ankle and you got to drive yourself to go there, and that happens to be your driving foot. I hope you used your other foot, Penguin. I would. I'd be like, all right, I'll drive a fair bit slower, but make sure I'm not using the broken one. Whoa. I'm going to get it for you. We've got a little bit more word salad from Awesome Pug. No, I'm a little bit... Oh, Spidey's here. I'm way behind. I'm sorry, guys. I am way behind in the chat. I'll send it to you on Discord privately. Thank you for doing that, Laserjet. You can get Slender Tubbies 3 for mobile. Really? Because I could not find it. And bear in mind, we've got an iOS, not an Android. So I don't know if that makes a difference. I would love to be a bubble boy. So would I, actually.
Bubble boy?
It's this big round ball that people get put in sometimes, or you can even have a proper, what do you call it when you get... Why am I having a mental block? When you get quarantined. So you end up being in this room where you're sectioned off from the rest of the world in basically a big bubble behind some plastic and whatnot. You've never seen that in the movies? No. Do you have dogs, Poodle or Stinky? So, bit of a story there. Stink Pants, when she was younger, in her country, they have a lot of stray dogs. And I would have to say that dog was basically a pet. Really, even though she was still stray, she really hung around the house, and your mum was telling me stories about how the dog would walk with you to school or something, or to the shops, or with your other siblings would go along there. So it was basically a pet, even though it's still a bit wild, but hung around the house all the time. And me growing up, yes, we've had... Well, actually, we've only had 2 dogs, really. But that's, they live 12, 15 years each. So it's quite a lifetime for dogs. We'd like to get one at some point here. And we know Red December's probably going to pipe in and say, get an Afghan hound. She's got a couple of beautiful dogs. And a third little one that's also very cute. What about you, Clayton? Do you have dogs or any other pets? So one day for us, maybe. Awesome Pug's probably going to say, get an awesome pug. At work, I've got to... Oh, gee, it makes me squeamish when I read these things. You guys are messing my life, says Spider. No, we don't want to do that. It's just normal... it's a normal Native American language, Choctaw. And I've noticed that when it comes to native languages, sometimes when it comes to YouTube, they're the ones that don't get translated. For a long time, you couldn't translate Maori, but you can now. So there you go. Insurance. I was in the future, but was on CNN 10 News. I was having problem streaming TF2 for dancing and watching TV on the Switch on the internet to get a secret story, and I still haven't got my hair cut. I haven't got my hair cut either by Stink Pants. Cow poo, says Clayton Gober. I don't mind the smell of cow poo. I grew up in the country. It actually, it's like a perfume smell. Reminds me of home.
Right.
So when I smell it, it makes me think, home. My joke, why did Froppy, yes, it's spelled that way, get a lawyer? Because she wanted to talk to Suyu. I don't know these characters, but I got that joke. Suyu, did you get... Stinky doesn't get any jokes. The worst thing I ever smelt was epoxy, but the best was a spring rose. bit of, I don't know, I've smelt epoxy before. That doesn't bother me too much. And spring rose, is that just like a rose that grows in springtime? Because then you've got something in common with Stinky. You don't like the smell of roses that much, do you?
The fresh one is okay, but the one that becomes like a perfume, that's a bit too strong and make me dizzy. I don't like it.
And you're not a fan of rose water either?
Nah, not really. Small amount is okay, but even that Turkish delights kind of make me...
Well, I can understand that, but Turkish delight, even that doesn't have a strong sense. What I don't get is why you don't like baklava. It's one of the greatest desserts ever created. Shout out to the Greeks. They did it well on that one.
It's too sweet.
Too sweet. She says, you have sweeter stuff than that, I reckon.
I think you are the one who has sweet stuff.
Thank you for sending the link, Laserjet. I'll have a look at Discord in a little bit. So, Co-op Vortigaunt is an original trilogy, yet the new Spider-Man trailer for the computer room is the most random person on Reddit who's calling it a joke. The only way to the animatronics and the link for I can't figure out what that is. Oh, I'm still way behind. My goodness. I might just have to skip some of this. I'm reading it, but I might not read it all out loud. So Stinky, just do a little bit of commentary while I'm trying to catch up.
I'm trying to move stuff, but looks like I can't. Did some mistake with the road, but what can I do?
Well, Laserjet's saying that Slendy Tubbies 2 is the best sequel, which I think I can get on the phone. Kay is not a pug in a suit, and also water. So I'm going to have to do a water one there just for the sake of it. Mate, and you and Bad Hair Day and go on a PS now, but I can't do that again. I have to go to Arena and see the top of my head world revolving birthday cake. He's really doing some word salad. Hey, Poodot. Oh, hang on. I read all of that already. Oh, I'm getting lost here. I have some connections in Australia for rescue Afghan hounds. The one thing that's holding us back, probably more than anything else, other than the size of them, because, Red December's already said she's had them in a small flat, is Stink Pants has said to me, low maintenance. And I can't see how an Afghan, particularly here, would be low maintenance. They're going to get grass seeds all over the place. Because the first dog that I ever had was a Cocker Spaniel, and that was very high maintenance. You had to basically check its feet and brush it constantly just so that it wouldn't get burrs and grass seeds, and it still did in its ears and in its feet. So it wasn't good. It was, very, very time consuming, I guess, on the one hand, but also you almost have to be a vet so that you don't have to take the dog to the vet all the time to just remove things from it, because it'd get little cyst pussy things happening all the time. To go to stream on the way to get a PS4, the Ink Machine chapter. Oh, okay. I have fat Labrador named Zoe. See, Stinky, I'm telling you, the Labradors and the Golden Retriever, but more so the Labrador, they get fat. It's hard to find. I have seen very few Labradors that don't get fat. They pretty much all do. It's a dog that's, got that propensity. Can I use that word? Propensity for becoming overweight. They have a kitty cat, which is true, but that kitty cat, he's a rat bag. Uncle Poodop, by the way, doggo or kitty cat or garlic? Based on what the kitty cat did before, definitely garlic. Now, if I had a dog that, like the first two that we had, then I might have to choose dog over garlic, because I really love those animals. This rat bag, however, that peed on my clothing, Like, what was with that and why? Why would she do that? She knows better. That's going to get me on the kitty cat rant.
Ha 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 ha.
Awesome saying something about the demographics of memes. Not too sure what's going on there. See you again tonight in a suit skin. I wonder where he's getting these texts from. They can't pay the price for a computer and I paid the game. It sounds like it's from a script. And Obese is asking whether Red December's Australiano. No, she's Americano.
Americano. Okay, sounds like a pizza. We actually got one pizza flavor called Aussie, right? What is it? Is it
the Aussie? Yeah, it's got bacon and an egg on it.
Bacon and egg.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
we
a
also
ham.
have the hamburger sort of Australian flavor there when they put French fry
Yeah,
inside.
and you've also
Weird.
the Aussie burger's got a beetroot in it and pineapple sometimes.
Okay.
But beetroot, bacon, egg, it's basically a hamburger with a lot plus beetroot. That's what you got to have. Aussies do it right.
Aussie do it weird.
You're making me think of hamburgers and pizza now. Thanks for that, Stinky. We're going to eat more junk food today.
You're the one who keeps saying about these
Oh, we're
things.
going to eat it. Because you know Hungry Jack's or their equivalent Burger King. So Hungry Jack's here now does have an Aussie burger.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I think I might have even eaten it last time. It was good stuff. So he's talking about the Spider-Man trailer, basically, I think. I just created an awesome snack while I was experimenting. Love to hear that one, Aesthetic. She probably has already written it. Thank you for your load to dynamic in a grain white is a great day. Have a great weekend. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for doing well. I did not get something. I'm having a bad connection, so try refreshing, Spidey. Although I'm probably still way behind. Bananas coated in cinnamon sugar. I'd probably try that. That sounds good, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. You'd eat that.
Probably.
These dog I want is Clayton's like me. The dogs that I want is a Saint Bernard. I'd love a Saint Bernard.
I want a husky or another equivalent. I can't remember what it's called. Alaskan.
Well, I think Clayton's got both our interests there because the second, I'm not sure if this is two breeds or not, but I don't know what a Sealim Terrier Schnauzer. I know what a Schnauzer is and I know what a Terrier is, but I don't know if they're all combined as Sealim Terrier Schnauzer. But he also mentioned a Corgi. You like Corgis. You like their fat little bodies and their tiny little legs.
I'm not sure I'm gonna like it when it's my pet because, you know, they might have some health issues.
You want to be like the Queen of England, that's why. Stop the car, exit from its car, watching it again, but I'm a fan of the car. And exit it, I have to go through it again. Full UHC go on a PS controller and I don't know what half. Much better to be in the morning. Wow, Awesome's in a funny mood today. Aunt Stinky, kitty cat or Uncle Poodot?
Oh.
Whistle or you lose it. Nipple crapple! Nipple cripple! Purple nipple, I whistled. Whistle or you lose it, you gotta stop. Stop!
I haven't done anything yet.
Was that some good acting there? And what's your
You're
answer?
just paranoid.
Kitty cat or good old Uncle Poodot?
Had to choose.
Not hard at all. Uncle Poodot all the way, she says. Oh, gee, I'm still behind. So, read all of that. Sono americano e mio padre viene dal Libano. Thank you, Red December. She's communicating with Ibiza.
Oh.
Fortnite has been unmute the whole game, but it's multiplayer games that you need to be a unhooded style for the computer, I think. And the whole purple is safe. Awesome's on his own little tangent at the moment. Certainly a snack for the sweet tooths out there, isn't it? I'd add a little bit of cream to that just because I go over the top. Banana, cinnamon, sugar and cream. Yay! I love Hungry Jack's, but yeah, Burger King. So, have you had Hungry Jack's before, Penguin? And where did you see it? 2023 is his wedding for Penguin. Good. It's good that he doesn't do it too quickly, I think, isn't it? And have a good long engagement period. Make sure you're still wanting to make the mistake that we did.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to agree with me, Stinky. No mistake. You think it was awesome. You do it again. You would do it again in a heartbeat. I get nothing out of this thing. Alfred Hitchcock had a Salem... I have not heard of a Salem Terrier before. We're going to have to look it up after the stream. So, but I do know who Alfred Hitchcock is. We explained this last week. Remember Alfred Hitchcock now?
Yeah.
The Birds, Psycho, director, and sometimes appeared on film, but mainly a director and writer. Movie writer.
Okay.
You don't know. Some of the most famous old black and white films we're talking. That's probably why. You don't know. Nice. Named Mr. Jenkins. Oh, there you go. That's a cool name for a dog, isn't it? Mr. Jenkins. Penguin, do you watch anime? Fill the bucket with a gun in it, and it had to go to a security company to get the game to be unhooded style. Found in a few days, or even the first game, Piranha and the other mates, and no other than. I think he's writing a full-length novel is awesome at the moment. Uncle Poodle, it was actually good acting, I actually thought. When you did the whistle or you lose it, the nipple cripple, the purple nipple. See, it's a great game to play with Stinky because she can't whistle. Ah! I whistled. You got it? That's the rules. You got to stop when I whistle.
Yeah.
Crunches on snack. I do watch anime. My favourite is One Punch. Do you know One Punch?
Oh, I have heard. I didn't read it. Now I only read just One Piece and still follow Hunter x Hunter even though they paused for a long time already. What else? Yeah, Dr. Stone is another one.
So, Albiza asked, are we married? So I'm replying no. We are lifelong arch nemesis.
Unfortunately.
Well, I didn't say no. I'm just saying we are lifelong arch nemesis.
Popa pran.
It's not too far from the truth, though, is it, Stinky?
Okay. What else do I got to do for this?
Oh, Awesome Pug's eating some lemon-flavoured chocolate at the moment. I've never had that. Why have I never had
Hang on, what's that?
lemon-flavoured chocolate? I would try that.
Nah, I don't.
Why? You like lemon?
Yeah, but chocolate?
Yeah, it would
Really?
be. But that's... Well, you've got orange chocolate, which I don't particularly like. But it's popular. Like, obviously people do like orange chocolate because there's... I'm trying to think of the brand that specifically does orange chocolate. There is some, like, chocky bar out there that is made from orange. I just can't think of it. But no, I've never been a fan of it. But there you go, lemon. I'd try that. Do you watch My Hero Academia? I've heard of this before.
No, I don't.
What about...
I tried, but you know, when I'm this old and I have read so many manga in my lifetime, I start to feel like this is this type again, this story again. Sounds familiar.
Same stories.
Similar, they just change around a little bit. Okay, different kind of ability that they got. this thing, but yeah. Oh, you know, there are some girls, you know, the big eyes cartoon.
Oh, yes, yeah.
They are the same. Like, after reading for a while, it's like, okay, this soap opera again. And I'm just like, I know it already.
You like new drama, not old drama.
I like something more unique.
What about Haikyuu or Place to Place Achi Kochi? And then Aesthetics also asked, wait, are Buildit and Stinky married? Total arch nemesis. That's what we are. You are the Joker to my Batman.
What are you trying to say?
You are the... I'm trying to think of all of the arch nemesis out there. You know, who are the evil superheroes? And then the good superheroes.
Evil? Oh, you just mentioned one. Batman, Joker.
I'll name another one.
Oh.
What about from X-Men, like Wolverine's arch nemesis? I watched one of the movies.
Follow it already. Apocalypse, probably.
And then, yeah, there you go. Or I'm trying to think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had an arch nemesis.
Yeah, but that's... Oh, I can't remember.
Ever heard of Dial M for that word? Yes, I have. And from memory, that's also Alfred Hitchcock, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Clayton can clarify that for me. Oh, that's the end of the soundtrack there. We're going to have to go for round 2. Because that's what we do for Stinky, isn't it? Keep you all motivated. Start with a pumping song there. And apologies to everyone in the live chat. I'm just way behind the entire live stream so far.
Yep.
There you go. Penguin knows we're arch enemies. You have heard that he had autism, which I do. So this is Alfred Hitchcock? No, I did not know that. And it's good to see that you're able to come out and not worry about these sorts of things, because I think that's, you've got like high functioning, low functioning autism, and I think it's disgraceful that sometimes people use that as an insult. Like, if you know real people with autism, or autists I guess you would say, it's a difficult life, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's difficult to build relations and that kind of thing, but we're here for you, Clayton. I was confused for a sec. No, you're not dumb. Wait, no brain, bad, no, not on the carpa. John Edwards of New Hampshire had a mental breakdown, and a doghouse is a pug rough or something, and I don't know how to unlock the shark orange, but he doesn't use messages. I hope Awesome Pug's alright. I've never seen him say these sorts of things before. Why? One punch. Oh, gee, wow. Oh, I am way behind. I'm never going to be able to catch up.
Typical posting.
Penguin, if you watch anime, have you ever seen The Promised Neverland? Isn't that...
That sounds familiar.
But
for
isn't
some
that
reason.
Peter Pan and Captain Hook?
Probably.
I don't know. I'm not up to date with these things. Never hug a cat, it might rip your face off. Oh, yeah, well, our cat can get a bit cranky sometimes, can't it?
Exactly.
Siete sympathetic, which I think probably means like laughing at the fact that we're arch nemesis. Lemon flavoured is good. I've just got a call, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, like, you know, I want to, it's your birthday, I love you, you're beautiful. I love you is not trying to is your day. It is weird when your fiance comes over to see you and paint your nails. Have I ever had that? I think I've had my nails painted once, and I can't remember why.
What?
I don't know. I think maybe some little girl, like friend of his sister or something. This is, I was a kid myself. I don't know. I do remember getting them done once by someone. I don't know who. I can't remember.
Weirdo.
So there you go. What do you think of your one is the day that you get a girl, you want to know what you want. Wee. So, I had that experience, didn't I, Stinky? And then I met you. There you go. Kane's also interacting with Ibiza. Great to see. Ciao, Ibiza. Come sta? Come stay? Hey, I was practicing my accents the other day when I was asking you to show me the coat of arms and the kilt and the sporran, because I can do a great Scottish accent. Did you like that, Stinky? You said I sounded Italian, which is not true. I'm confused random. Whole lot of emojis. Tycoon games, am I right? I did download a tycoon game of some sort. I'm just wondering, what did you all mean by your channel? I'm going to go as a niche night out there. I wasn't a time you can do when I can. This is all gibberish at the moment. Ciao Kane, bene, grazie. There you go, a bit more Italiano for you there. Put that in there. My date night was like 3 days ago. Nice. I'm glad that Penguin's date nights are not when we stream, although they might be too. That might change as well, he's still young. You might want to get out there on a Friday, Saturday night. We'll have to stream at some weird time.
Yep.
He was in that last one at 3 o'clock in the morning for him. He still managed to join us when it was like 2 a.m. or around then. Shredder is the timid primary nemesis. And then we've got a Ree there. Oh, we've got a bit more gibberish going on. It's very sweet. Penguin has date night, isn't it? Penguin's got date night. Why don't we have date night?
Yeah. Good question.
Aaron Royce from the Clans here. He's saying hi just before he goes to bed. He's probably gone already. Good to see you, Aaron. Hopefully all's going well there. I'd love it when people from the clan show up. How's your dating life, Red December? Has my prediction come true yet? I'm perfectly fine, says Awesome. That's good to know. Where's the lamb sauce? Aesthetication remembers from the Gordon Ramsay stream. You go for mint. This is the other thing. Stinky gets her sauces all wrong. She doesn't have cranberry sauce with her turkey once a year. You end up having mint sauce, which is supposed to go with lamb. And with your... Well, actually, you do mint sauce with your lamb too, don't you? You don't have apple sauce with your roast pork? Is it?
Can't remember.
You don't do any of those things. Lamb sauce is gone and the memes are good. Start this hard, I have to go home in the next 10 years? I have no idea why. Is it just him and you have treated me in a couple of hours and I'm finished? No. I'm mild of autism. Luckily, I have people who I look up to like Thomas Jefferson or Alfred Hitchcock and Steve Jobs. Look at that. He's just named 3 extremely successful people that had a form of autism. Now, I'm surprised, although I've got to say, Thomas Jefferson, am I allowed to throw a bit of spanner in the works there? Thomas Jefferson, did he invent things or did he just take things from others? Oh, no, hang on, I'm confusing him with someone completely different. Thomas Jefferson, who's he, a president of the United States?
I don't know.
I believe he might have been a president. And you know who Steve Jobs is, and we've explained who Alfred Hitchcock is.
Yeah.
Yep. I say it shouldn't hold you back. You can... Lots of people have lots of different afflictions, that are handicaps or whatever you want to call it in their lives, but they can overcome that and surpass that. I always admire people, for example, that may have been in an accident and maybe they've become a paraplegic or lost a limb or something, and it doesn't stop them. They continue to do things to have a good quality of life and achieve the best they can. I really admire people like that, because honestly, I don't know if I could do that. You know, if I'd seriously question if I was put in that position, whether I'd be able to, or I'd just go down a spiral of depression. So there you go. Which makes me admire my own family members, because, you know, a couple of those have had some injuries and it doesn't seem to have stopped them at all.
Right.
So good to hear, Clayton. It's good to hear that you've got good role or positive role models as well. 100% of what I said is me just spamming random words without thought. I'm going to say that Awesome could quite possibly be an excellent writer as he grows up if he focuses these random thoughts into a rigid compilation of something. Who knows? Could be a successful writer. I think he's well written. We need the lamb sauce. Can you do an English accent, please, Uncle Poodot? Well, I don't know, but I think if I do the upper class, you know, Queen of England, we're from Windsor type accent, would that pass as an English accent to you, Penguin? You're laughing, Stinky, but we'll get clarification from Penguin whether that was spot on or not. Did I sound like Prince Charles?
Oh no!
How do you know?
Better not.
Prince William, young Harry, seeing he's not a prince anymore, is he? I can't keep up. You renounced everything. Uncle Peter has the hiccups always. Is it the end of stream? Nope. Red December, Italy and Lebanon, mate. Do you know Lebanese? So I know some Lebanese people. We have quite a few a strong Lebanese culture in our country. They sort of have these waves of migrants from various places around the world. So at some point, you know, you had a lot of Italians back in the day, a lot of Lebanese, Vietnamese, the list goes on. It hasn't been 2 hours yet. We were planning on a shorter stream, but they're so active at the moment. I love it. Fortnite is a pug rough with an open heart. That's what I go back to. Fortnite is officially the way to the aquarium for the next 10 days, and I still haven't got the reference for the next tea. What are you, an idiot sandwich? Aesthetic Ocean knows Gordon Ramsay quite well. That's a great quote. Have you seen that? Where he grabs 2 pieces of bread. It was in, I think, not Kitchen Nightmares. What's the other one? Hell's, yeah, that one. And he goes, "What are you, an idiot sandwich?" And grabs 2 pieces of bread and goes on the person's face. That's funny. Penguin plays games. Yes, things are getting romantic with this man. Yay, with the Red December. I like in the punk community. Problem is that he's currently out of state and I'm not sure if he's coming back. Red December, if this makes you feel any better in any way, how long was it, Stinky? Long distance arch nemesis relationship. How many years did that go for?
No less than 5.
5 years, and we're not different state, we're different country. We managed to keep that up, so there's plenty of hope. But you know, that's only if you really want an arch nemesis, which I guess we both did. So that's beautiful, Red December. I know he'll return someday. There you go. Penguin's the soothsayer. He's predicting it. What did they say? 0 say to the 8, a nice belt. Did you get that?
Nope.
What did the 0 say to the 8? Nice belt.
Okay, I have to think about the shape, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Think about the numbers.
Got it. Got it.
You finally got one, Stinky.
Yay.
I thought that was great. Well done, and awesome. Ravioli, give me the formuoli. They're making me laugh at the moment. Oh, there you go. Thomas Jefferson was the 3rd president of the United States. I go try to keep up to date with these things, and I'm still trying to. Oh, you know who I confused him with? Thomas Edison, not Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Edison. You want to say famous inventor, but maybe famous businessman that stole other people's ideas and painted them. Patent. Them. You know what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Ravioli. I like ravioli. You do too. Penguin plays games. That's awesome. As a British person, I wouldn't know. Uncle Poodle, do you want the good news or the bad news? No, I'll take it both. Give me the bad news first. Australians are just British Texans. Quantum Zombies here. It's good to see you as well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the DLG. And what could be better than serving up smiles, being dead, or anything else? Ibiza BM, I'm learning Arabic. A nice one. Hey, thanks for leaving. So just be careful about mentioning videos and things. We don't want to get the yellow symbol, but no problem. Welcome to the stream there. Squidward to Bubble Bass, let me give you a tiny salad. French, Spanish and Italian follow Latin, meaning if you learn Latin, you learn 3 languages. That is true. Latin's the root of many, many languages. We've got a woo-woo. We are the champions. Thanks for the positivity. I'm celebrating with marble cake and fudge icing and chocolate sprinkles. We're going to get something nice after
We already got Indians.
I know, but I don't know. They keep talking about all this delicious food that makes me want to get it.
Hey.
Get the junk food again. That was kind of an Australian of an English accent, Uncle Poodle. I didn't quite get it right. I need to... When I try to do accents, I have to hear it a little bit first. Like, study it almost. You give me 5 minutes of listening to an Australian, an English accent, and I might be able to do it. But they got very different styles as well. So could I do a Cockney accent? Probably not. I failed when it came to the English accent. And what am I actually caught up in the... So I've finally caught up on the chat there. You want to hear a construction joke? Hold on, I'm still working on it. That's a good one too, Stinky. In celebration times, old Uncle Poodle finally caught up with the chat.
Great.
What do you got to say about that, Stinky?
Nothing.
So while we've got a Ibiza in here, what is everyone's favourite Italian food? Just to make her see everyone writing some Italian.
And you bring it back to pizza, pasta again, and then you're gonna be like, Stink, I'm gonna get it.
You got that
You're
right.
gonna get it. Blah, blah, blah. Not my fault.
Oh, it's your fault. No, I'm blaming it on the live chat this time. Here's a dark joke. Spidey's back. Aunt Stink, can you give an English accent? Can you do one?
Nah, I don't think so.
Hello, how are you today?
It's weird.
I'm from Little Britain.
I'm from Little Britain.
Like Ting Tong from Maradaga Ding Dong. Remember Little Britain? Remember Little Britain with the 2 gentlemen that put on those various characters?
I can't do it.
You laughed your head off when they introduced the character of Ting Tong.
Who don't look like a girl.
No, because it was a boy dressed up as a girl.
Not even from Asian country.
You got that right. Pizza and spaghetti, says Clayton Gaber. I'm with that. Pizza's got to be right up there, spaghetti. Although I'd say lasagna maybe is the favourite pasta personally. Lasagna and pizza. Oh, pizza or spaghetti again. Oh, I love spaghetti and I also like pizza. Pizza and spaghetti are the 2 most common. Although we've got a tortellini in there as well and basically all pasta. And Aesthetic Ocean's partly Italian. can you speak any Italian, Aesthetic Ocean? Because Albiza only speaks Italian. So she's very patient to sit here in the streams and get spoken to occasionally by Red December and myself and Kane and anyone else that drops a bit of Italian there. Howard Pudok, can you do an American accent? Can I do an American accent? I don't know. I wouldn't even know where that American accent comes from. How about that, Stinky? Did you like that one? Not even close.
Nah.
You're like a Disney narrator for Winnie the Pooh. I haven't seen Winnie the Pooh for a long time, but what is Tigger? Doesn't Tigger speak a certain way? Why, Winnie? Was it like that? I don't know. Maybe I can't do that. Oh, Red December's gone specific. Ravioli with mushroom and cheese sauce. So what kind of cheese sauce? Are we talking blue vein cheese? Because I have had ravioli and blue vein cheese, and I was... Actually, no, it was gnocchi and blue vein cheese, and I was shocked at how nice it was. Because I'm not a big fan of blue vein cheese, but you get a good one and cook it in a pasta, it's not bad. Just a little bit. I'm trying to learn just enough to get around. See if you can communicate with Albiza with your limited Italian there. You'd probably do better than me. Penguin says, perfect Texan. So I've got the Texan down pat, but not the posh English accent. Nice try with the American accent. So I'm guessing Red December's saying no.
Hopeless.
So a man got a leg who's broken. A doctor said what happened, and he said he'd had too much to drink. He got a hammer and nails to look like... Oh, gee, I better not read that last part out. Got to be careful when it comes to politics and religion. Oh, there we go. Awesome with his dinosaurs. He loves the dinosaurs. We've been dino spammed. He suggested some great dinosaur games. We've played almost all of the dinosaur games that Awesome's suggested. Quite a few of the DLG have got their games being played already, haven't they, Stinky? Oh, old Uncle Poodot, he's on such a high that the live chat's been interacting so much and typing so much. I get really excited when that happens, and when they talk to each other as well. The DLG are awesome. I'm just going to have to do another DLG there, and hey, let's put in some merch that's got DLG on. Oh, no, actually, that's got Poodot Stink Pants, but that's okay. Now, Albiza's also saying gnocchi, which I've got to say is not one of my favourites. It's nice, and if you get a good one, it does have a great texture. But I never think of getting gnocchi when we go out to a restaurant. Do you?
No.
I know you've ordered it at a restaurant before.
Yeah, when I want to try something new. I think that's like Turkish place. It's weird.
Now, Aesthetic's saying, can you try an Australian accent? I'll give you one because, believe it or not, we do have different accents in Australia. And to back up what Penguin was saying before, people from South Australia do tend to have a posher, almost English sounding, so maybe that's why I sounded like an Australian English. But I'll give you the Aussie Ocker, which I can't stand. I do not like this Australian accent. Hey, Stink Pants, how's it going?
This one is easier than posh English.
What are you up to?
Yeah, mate.
You gonna come around for a barbecue? Maybe we'll knock back a few cold ones. Put another shrimp on there, even though we don't call them shrimp. We call them prawns.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Let's do it.
You say, g'day, how's it going? Can you do that one?
G'day, how it's going?
Wow, I'm met an Australian. But that accent irritates me, so I don't like doing it. Which dino is different? They all look... Oh, there is one different. There's a sauropod in there, as opposed to a T-Rex. Uncle Poodot, what is your favourite animal and Aunt Stink? Whoa, That's a very good question. Animal we're talking here. You know what? And let's say it's all living creatures, so it can include birds and fish and whatever else you want to say. I'm going to say dolphin.
Dolphin.
I seriously believe dolphins are the humans of the sea. I think they're on that level of intelligence. They dominate the sea, we dominate the earth. We kind of dominate the sea too, but not really because it's not where we live. But yeah, dolphins for me. I think that they're a it wouldn't surprise me if dolphins were more intelligent than human beings. They've got more forms of communication than we do. And
Like what?
They've got sonar, they've got their clicks and things, and there's one other form if I'm not mistaken. So they can use more than one type of communication, just as an animal. I mean, we've got more than one type, but we invent it.
Okay.
So we use sonar, but we don't use it as a person. Do you know what I mean? We just talk to each other. And they've probably got body language there somehow as well, little subtle things. What about you, Stinky? And what about everyone else in the live chat? What is your favourite animal? That's a great question.
Favorite animal?
Elephant?
Nah.
No?
Not sure. Well, it's hard to say. Like, I like cats because we got that as our pet. But I might like dog too if one day we got it as a pet.
That is true. I mean, they're great animals.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite per se. Can you count human then? I like human, but I also hate human. Like, human is quite a great creature, and it can be the worst creature as well. Like, you can be the great one and the worst one.
That is true, isn't it? That intoxicated person better not have taken Dan. Bloody prawns on the barbie. We call them prawns. It's not shrimp. I don't know where they got that from. I know it's from an ad that Paul Hogan did back in the day, but yeah, we don't call them shrimp. My favourite animal, bison, walrus and raven. Now that's an interesting combination. Bison are very majestic. I think I'd love to see one in real life. Like, I've seen big cattle, but I've never seen a bison. Have I seen a bison at a show? Maybe. They're a majestical creature, I'll say that. Walrus, I've seen those. I like walrus, they're cute.
Walrus.
Yeah, because they're big and fat and
Yeah.
cute. And the raven is an intelligent bird. Did you know that?
Raven?
I've told the crow story before.
I know the crow is kind of intelligent. I think birds are kind of intelligent.
They are. Ravens and crows, I think, are pretty much very similar, if not the same. And the fact that they've worked out how to grab a nut. I saw this documentary. You grab a nut, drop it on the road, and a car will eventually crack it. And then they realised if they did that in the city, there's a higher chance of it getting cracked by a car. And then they realised if they did it at a pedestrian walk, there's less chance of them getting hurt, and they will still get it cracked. So they actually wait for the light to turn green and then walk along with the people and grab the nut. Incredible. I think that's amazing that a small little bird can do that. He says, Laser, I'm falling behind again, but that's okay. PVC ties here as well. Hang on, I've got to go up a little bit. No one picked the no one picked the penguin. Penguin, I'm sorry, but I can't. I've got to be honest.
He's the one who picked penguin.
He picks a penguin. Penguin picks a penguin. Pug picks a pug or a dinosaur. Are you there, Red's? Oh, I'm getting my words twisted now. Spidey's saying, Red, are you there? I think she's still there. BBC tie is here, so are the crap to you. Click, click, click. I said once upon a time there was a little dolphin drinking tea. And that's what happens when I mess around with emojis too much. And a couple of winky birdie things. I like all animals. Well, that's true. I mean, we like all animals, but we're asking for favourite, wasn't it? So I like Spidey's response. All animals. That's the way to go. Panda bear is my favourite animal, says Red December. Have you ever seen a koala bear? Yes, both in the wild and in a zoo, or what's the other thing you call them? Animal sanctuary? I've even seen photos of stink pants holding one. And you've got a big smile on your face while it's digging into your what should I say there? Body part. You said he was grabbing you rather hard. Isn't it, Stink?
What are you talking about?
With that photo that you've got where you're holding a koala bear. Or I should say koala, they're not a bear at all. But you don't remember? You told me the story that when they took that photo, it was hanging onto you so tight, it was like digging into you with its claws. Mm-hmm. And panda bears are cute, let's face it, they're adorable. May have gotten the science wrong with the tongue thing, but I know it has something to do with muscles. I might have missed something there, I'm not sure. I don't like some sea animals, they scare me. I can understand that, Spidey. I do have a bit of a fear of sharks, which is weird. As a surfer, you just put it out of your mind, isn't it? But I don't like going too far away from the shore. I did a life-saving course once where as part of the course they'd take you out the back, which is beyond where the waves break, and then just dump you there, and then they go back into shore, and then they practice coming out to rescue you. I did not like that at all. And puts the fear in me where you're treading water out there. Oh, thinking about it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, gee, I'm way behind again. I don't like... no, I read that. I read, what's your secret... Yeah, what's your secret talent? What's yours, Stinky?
I don't have the secret talent.
I'm going to say your tongue thing.
No, that's not a talent thing. It's just, how can your body parts kind of move? It's genetic thing that you can't do. But people like me, I can.
Could I say secret talent, being able to learn a new musical piece fairly quickly? Even when it's difficult, like I think what you learn is quite difficult, and you seem to be able to do it quickly as well.
I can.
That's a talent. I reckon. I can't do what you do.
I don't think that's quick enough, but okay, I take it.
Bison in Choctaw means strength. I did not know that either. There you go. You remember that one, Stinky? Thanks for the education, Clayton. We appreciate that. Awesome's doing a penguin emoji. Awesome to see. I love penguins. They're one of my favourites. There you go, penguin. At Spider 3D Stardust says hi. Awesome Pug's got the spiders going. Look at them. They're all supporting each other. Can I get a yahoo? Ho-ya. I'm jealous. Hang on, I'm jealous. I would love to hold a koala bear. They're, just bear in mind, the fur's not soft, is it? It's quite, it doesn't feel nice. And they've got big claws. So when they grab onto you, they certainly... Imagine
it's not that bad though, because they are slow.
Yeah, that's true. I would say picture this. Imagine trying to cuddle a Brillo pad, steel scrubber. That's kind of what it feels like, with claws. I'm just listening, says Laserjet, to the stream. Which one is Rex? My cousin's favourite animal is a penguin. There you go. Penguin's getting a lot of support. I can bend my leg up and over my shoulder. That's flexible.
Hang on. Let me think.
That's
just remind me of some contortionist and yogas.
Where you lie on your belly and your foot goes right over. You lie on your belly and then you rock your feet over like that, over your shoulder.
That's not position I thought.
Oh. I think that's... Oh, unless it's the one where
Yeah,
sitting.
put this one and over.
I used to be able to do that when I was like 10, 5 or 8.
Okay.
I don't think I could even stretch them. I'm not even sure I could sit in the cross-legged position anymore.
Better lose some weight. Pool pants.
So, which one is Rex? And there you go. Red December says her favourite's also the penguin. There he goes. He's getting lots of support now. Abiza, there you go. For Red December, she's written a little bit of Arabic there. I hate heights, says Awesome. I'm also not a fan of heights. Got a bit of vertigo happening. You know, when you stare over a ledge. Or you remember when we were in Sri Lanka and went to that king's castle built in that rock thing? Yep. I really didn't feel good in parts of that. You saw me suffering actual vertigo. It was all right once we got to the top because it flattened out.
Yep.
But it was just getting up there was more scary. That really did put the fear in me because it's not like those stairs looked like they were really well maintained. With my big fat heavy body, I feel like I'm going to fall through. Aesthetic Ocean can also roll her tongue and do a round off. Robin says Ibiza. There you go. I'm leaving stream, says Clayton. Well, thank you for staying as long as you did. We really appreciate that. He was there for practically the whole stream.
Thank you.
So have a fantastic weekend. There you go. I can say weekend for once. We're doing the stream a day early. It was really good interacting with you and learning from you. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Not really a talent, but I have a fairly high spice tolerance. That's a talent. Because who's the king of spice, Stinky? Say it. You know that the rule was because I did it, you have to say it for life now until you meet me on that challenge. Who's the king of spicy food? Who's the chili king? Say it.
What chili king? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do, because I ate the Carolina Reaper and you did not. I am the chili.
Okay, you are the king of the Carolina Reaper, so you better take it again.
There's nothing odder than that so far that we've tried. Well, actually, I still think that tiny little bit that we had in on that cracker, that was hotter than a Carolina Reaper. We should have bought some of that. I don't know why we didn't. Where were we? Back to gibberish. No, hang on. I've missed a bit. Not really a talent. No, read that. Oh, my eyes are getting a bit cloudy now. How to unlock the bird on the PS4? But here's the thing. Oh, he's gone back to gibberish, it looks like. Uncle Poodot is the skinniest person I know. Penguin, you must be hanging around some extraordinarily large people then. That's what I'll say. God bless you too there, Clayton. Funny Fortnite is officially a big fan in the morning. My thought was a little hard. No, he's just... I don't know if I should read this gibberish. I was thinking the same level of the car was a joke too. I once ate a ghost pepper chip. Is that single chip challenge that I've seen online? I'd like to try that with you, Stinky. It's one corn chip that you got to eat.
One corn chip?
Yeah, just one.
Hang on, I need to go to the toilet.
Oh, here we go again, Stinky. Don't you take too long there.
I'm taking my time.
HP LLC NYC Banking Partners will be the first game to be completed at the same time. Watch it as the next 10 years I've been stopped and the memes are good. I love spicy ramen and chips and soup. YT military pepper spray is 2 times... Oh, really? Military pepper spray is 2 times hotter than Carolina Reaper. I couldn't imagine what that would be like, particularly if you get sprayed with it. That would be incapacitating for just about anyone. God, just AOF, and I've got to be careful about some of those words. I think he's talking about computer stuff, and then we'll go to bed and have a sleep. I think that's the plan for everyone there. And I don't know what Stinky does in this game, so I'll play around here a little bit just to keep the screen. Who knows what all of this is about? Oh, you can collect stuff. Well, I'll keep collecting it then. I hope she doesn't mind that I did that. Your SimCity's coming along nicely. Oh, you can zoom in a little bit. You can zoom in a lot. Nice one. Alright, so where were we? We were talking about special, or what is it? Secret hidden talents? What are some other secret hidden talents that are out there? I suspect Awesome Pug's new not so secret hidden talent is writing now. I'm not so sure old Uncle Buildit has any secret talents though. He's pretty talentless. He's a hack. Stink Pants, you got to come back because a hack is left to his own devices. You know what happens when the Stinky is gone and you've only got Uncle Buildit to talk to? That's when the stream starts decaying quite a bit. Well, I did manage to finally keep up with the live chat. I had 100% crossover with the game, and you, what did you call it? Scammed me with the funny croc. Is a secret character in a game that gives you everything in the game. That secret croc character wasn't real. I'll say old Uncle Buildit's secret hidden talent is doing accents perfectly. That's what he'd be saying. What are you doing there, Stinky? Come on. Yeah. You get back on the thing here, Stink. Get back on the thing here. I'll give you your glass and everything else. Go on. Get back on there. I'll give you your glass. What are you drinking?
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
Drink.
You haven't tried to drink the aloe vera from the garden yet, have you? I got pranked again. Oh, you're weak. You want a big glass or a small glass?
I already got the glass.
Oh. Now I'm going to leave the chatting up to you for a moment, Stinky. You interact with the live chat there. I need a 5-minute break.
Sure.
Because I'm kind of all talked out at the moment, Stink.
You talk out? No way. There's no such thing.
Yeah, there is. All talked out.
I need a lot of nails. Maybe I should go to another city and buy it. Oh, I know a guy who is looking to buy. Buy what? Should I do it?
Do it.
I don't use this anyway, so okay, I do it. What's this? Okay. Oh, this need nails. That also need nails. All right. Okay, do it. We're gonna create more of this thing. Oh, hang on. Where are they? I thought I got 4 of them. Oh, yeah. I think that should be enough. How can I go to another one? This? Nope. Not that. Maybe this? Okay. My favorite color? I like green, turquoise and purple. Can't decide which one is better between these two. Food? Usually Thai food, I guess, because I had it all my life, so that's gonna be my kind of food all the way. But I like authentic, I don't like fusion. I tried fusion Asian and Western before, and it's kind of weird. Maybe not for me. What else? And game. It depends. Like in the past when I was many years younger than this, I played Diablo 2, and that was my favorite game for quite a few years. And then I got into Farmville in the Facebook, so that's kind of popular for another year or something. So I played quite a few games. I can't remember which one is the best. I also played PlayStation. I can't remember it's number 2 or 3. And I played Farmville in not Farmville, but I think it's Harvest Moon, similar to Farmville but not quite. So they got a girl's character and a boy's character. You can do so much more than Farmville, and I'm kind of addicted to it. I like the country lifestyle. I'm not so much of the city girls, but I need to buy something like Asian grocery and whatnot, so that's why we don't live that far away from the city, big city, whatever. But if I'm in my own country, I prefer live in the countryside for sure. Here, countryside is good too, just not enough grocery store, Asian grocery I mean. But yeah, I play a lot of that, and I got really addicted and got to the perfectionist thingy. So every time my day wasn't so good, like in the game similar to Farmville, it's called Harvest Moon. So sometimes they got an earthquake and we can't do anything about that. So we have to skip by go back to sleep and it will trigger the games to go to the next day without earthquake. But then the day after earthquake's gonna have a lot of stuff damage, so that's not great. So what I normally do is I just restart the game, press restart and do it again until it's all perfect. That's getting kind of ridiculous, my sister think. But they enjoy watching sometime anyway, like and give me a lot of rubbish like, you are too perfect. To refresh it, just go to bed, meaning in the game. Anyway, that's that. And then Diablo, and then now we just play a lot of Clash of Clans, but I'm kind of over it for a while now. I'm not super play. Or when I got addicted, it's like you got to play when you got free time, that kind of thing. I'm not at that stage anymore, which is kind of good. It's not good if you have to use your study time or whatever, I mean too much of it, to play games. Right. What color should my fiancé paint my nail before the second hand? What? Depends. Up to you. What is your favorite color? Or I mean, a straight guy might want something that looks strong. So you might paint your nail kind of neutral color, or just the, what do you call it, like clear color, so it still look nice, look like your nails kind of healthy-ish. Or you can go for black, or maybe just go white. Hang on. So I'm visiting my neighbor's city. I want to buy something from him. Where is it? Is it this one? Probably. Okay, I want to buy this. What? You only have one for sale? My goodness. It's not enough. I want to buy a lot.
You keep buying there. Origami Tokiyami. I know what origami is, but not tokoyami. Red and white penguin, it'll match me, but I don't know. Paint my nails before the second hand. I say, what, do the goth thing. Red December would like that. Go black.
That's what I just said.
Oh, did you? I wasn't listening.
Of course not.
I don't listen to you, Stinky. You know that by now.
Yeah.
And Red December actually said pink colour.
Pink?
You know, if you were to do that to me, I'd say natural.
Yeah.
So then it's not going to look... Well, it's still going to look like I've got nail polish, but at least it'll be clear. Clear nail. Yeah, French manicure. How about that?
Okay.
You do a pedicure. Oh, that's why the whole... Remember the original topic of conversation, Sniffing Stinky Smell? Stink Pants will do just about anything for $1, wouldn't you?
Not $1. You're gonna give me five and you haven't given me yet.
Yeah, I got to give you $5 for smelling my stinky feet, which she did. Big, strong sniff she did. Like that. Oh, we do crazy things. What is the Clash of Clans like? It is a very addictive game, Red December. So a lot of people in the DLG or that join the streams actually play Clash of Clans. Even Penguins started playing it because it was being mentioned so much. So it's a fun game because it's very interactive, and if you get in a good clan, it's like joining another group of people like the DLG. So am I recommending it? I don't know. You might get addicted to it. Because it's the only game that we play regularly, isn't it? You don't even play that Gordon Ramsay game anymore, I've noticed.
I'm getting bored of it
Get
now.
bored of it?
Yeah.
Stinky, you should paint your colours rainbow.
Huh?
There's a lot of good colours, all of which concern me, no offence. And it concerned me too a little bit. But you know, these days more and more things are getting acceptable that may not have been as acceptable back in my day. As a young'un. So I think it's good, I guess, being progressive. Although there are limits to that. There are some crazy things that seem to happen in the world that I just think, why do you need to be that strict with definitions and so on? I've said it before. You know, if someone says something wrong, don't just rip them a new one. They might not have any intent behind it. They might not mean to... for example, misgender someone. I probably do that on occasion just because I'm old. I don't know any better. Well, let us know what you choose. Yeah, that'll be we'll have to find out in the next stream what ended up happening. Maybe you got one painted each different colour. Do you like that or not? Where nails get painted multiple colours?
It's more about design than like put a whole lot of color in one nail. I mean, depends. I have seen one that they got like a galaxy color, nebula kind of color. That's awesome. But yeah, that's more like design, I guess, that got many colors in there and looks nice. If you just basically put one dot of every color in the world in my nail, I'm not gonna be very impressed.
Oh, not impressed. I'm always impressed by that serious nail art that you can see. I find it amazing that people can do such intricate things in such a small area or a small space. Do you know what I'm talking about? You must have seen that.
Yeah.
Some incredible nail art out there. How old are you, Perdot? I feel like I've asked before, but I can't remember. I'm just going to say old. I'm not young.
I thought you were going to say, please don't remember.
I'm a boomer. Yeah, well, that's true. Half the time I can't actually remember my age. I have to calculate it. Generally, because I don't celebrate the birthdays, I don't like thinking about it when I get this old. Penguin, you'd ask Luna to buff your nails instead of painting. That's a good point. You get a full-on manicure to try and make them... I wish that I did that when I was younger. because particularly for playing certain instruments, like my nails are quite weak, just because you use nail clippers rather than using the, what is it, the maniboard thing? What's the technical word for it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That thing where you go, you know...
Manicure? I don't know.
Emery board. I think it's called an emery board. I could be wrong about that. You should have a stream at night where you're playing multiple games selected by chat. Oh, that's a good idea, Awesome. Yeah, maybe we can do that. Now, the only exception to that, Awesome, is that when it comes to putting all of the YouTube stuff in, I still have to narrow it down to one game to begin with, but then we can always swap to other games. We've done that in streams before, but yeah, maybe we can just do a short gaming one of whatever the starting game, and then move on from there. What do you think, Stink? Oh, there you go. Red December said emery board. I got it right, Stinky.
Awesome.
Look at me.
Looking at you.
I'm a genius when it comes to manicures and pedicures.
Uh-huh.
Not that I've ever had one, or even know what they really involve. Maybe I should do that one day. Feel sorry for the person doing it to me, though.
If you pay, that's fine.
They'll put up with it?
Yep. They will have to. No choice.
That's what we want. No choice for you. Oh dear. Well, we are coming up to the 2-hour mark, aren't we? I didn't think we were going to go for this long today. The live chat made it all possible, didn't they? What do you got to say about that, Von Stink? Thank you to the DLG. And what do you think of this game? I haven't even asked you.
You never played sim game before?
No, never.
This is like Simcity mobile version. Like, I have played sim before, like when it starts to come 1, 2, 3, that kind of thing. That's like decades ago. And they have many, like you can play normal sim, like you basically just like the previous game where you can choose your character and build your own house and then progress in your work. Or you play Simcity, which is similar to this one. Build the city.
So that's why so many people were saying Avakin Life is like SimCity.
No, not SimCity, just
sorry, like Sims. Because there were a few comments that were saying this is like The Sims.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's why. But it's not exactly the same.
Can you name where all of those flags come from, though? Awesome. That's the big question. I do see an Italian one there. And do I see Australian? No, I need the magnifying glass. I'm so blind.
Blind.
So an emery board, Penguin, is like a little nail file. They usually nail clippers have an emery board, so to speak, on them, but it's not a good one. They're made of wood, right? From Red December will be able to tell us more. But it's basically used to shape your nails rather than using nail clippers. So you can file them down rather than clip them. And supposedly it's meant to make your nails stronger. I know that my sibling used an emery board and he seems to have strong nails.
Okay.
So yeah, I kind of wish I did it when I was younger. Oh, Awesome Pug's done the dice. Has anyone ever heard of the Dice Man? Do you know the Dice Man?
Nope. What's that?
This guy wrote a book. He called it the Dice Man. And he decided one day that he was going to live his life by rolling the dice. So he'd have some choices written down maybe. It's been a long time since I've read that book. But, you know, he'd write down some choices. What am I going to do today? You know, go for a walk, go for a bike ride, and then he'd roll the dice. And that's what he'd do. And it ended up being almost like a religion because it got that popular, the book. They had dice centres created. And then years down the track, he's book about what it was like to live with the Dice Man or have the Dice Man as a father. It's fascinating. One of my friends recommended that I read that when we were still in school, and it was a very good read. I'd recommend that one too. More flags we get from... Stugs is here too. Hello, how are you? We're getting a lesson in all kinds of things today. It's good to see you in the live stream. Welcome to the DLD. How's your week been or weekend? What's been happening in your neck of the woods? And if you do want to tell us what time it is there, I always like to hear that just so I can work out whether it's a good time to stream or not. Although this is when we usually stream, isn't it, Stinky?
Mm.
Do you want to do the Dice Man one day? We spend a day just rolling the dice to determine what we will do?
Yeah, why not?
Just as long as you don't come up with crazy stuff. Because he did. Some of the options he gave himself were not great. He did it anyway. More. Awesome's doing all of the flags in the world, I reckon. And sometimes I see people write E. I don't know what it means. EO, I'm lagging. So you might want to if you're watching from a mobile phone, Snugs, sometimes it does lag. I don't know why. But refreshing usually fixes that, at least according to other people in the live chat that have done it. And I can see, there you go, Penguin's got the old Union Jack there, if I can see that correctly. You know the story of the Union Jack, Stinky?
Nope.
And for that matter, countries that were colonised by the United Kingdom?
Mm.
So the UK, the Union Jack is made up of individual flags. The flag of England, the flag of Scotland, and I believe the flag of Wales. Penguin might have to correct me on that. So you've got those three, because the Union Jack, for example, is Well, I'd just say that they're the individual flags, right?
Yeah.
And they all appear on the Union Jack.
Ah.
Now, if you were colonised like Australia was, or New Zealand, we also have the Union Jack in our flag in the top left-hand corner.
Sure.
Did you ever notice that before? You didn't know?
No.
So we've got a flag within a flag.
No. Okay.
And then just one step further, the New Zealand flag almost looks like the Australian one, except we have the southern... Well, we both have the Southern Cross, but we've also got a bigger star that represents all of the states and territories in Australia. Or is it just all the states? Mm-hmm. I don't know. You're going to have to check
tell me. Points. You tell me.
So 428 and 929, there's a couple of different times there. Lots of different times. Uncle Pudot, how are you doing today? Well, you guys have made my day, to be perfectly honest. I was a little bit worried about today's stream just because it was on a different day. So I wasn't sure if anyone was going to show up. And very grateful that Penguin did show up in the one last week, because it was basically just him and you and Bourne, and everyone else was new. We didn't know anyone else, did we? They were all, or some of them I'd sort of know through the comments section, but that's about it. So good. Very happy to see you all. Yeah, got Wales too as well as Man Island. Is Man Island the Isle of Man, or is that different again? And I'm guessing that for Ibiza it's 4:28 a.m. I hope it's not 4:28 a.m. because that's very late for her. 4:28 a.m. or p.m. I don't know if that's even going to translate properly there based on the look of it. 9:31 p.m. Isle of Man, sorry, there you go. I even know about the Isle of Man. You know why? They had a music festival there that was like Woodstock back in the day. You've heard of Woodstock?
Yeah.
Before, very famous music. in America. They had another one at the Isle of Man.
Oh, I see.
Did you ever have a famous one in your country?
The concert?
Ours is called the Big Day Out, but it goes in every state. So you have the Big Day Out in each, maybe not every single state, but in more than one state. It's called the Big Day Out. We also have Lollapalooza, which is another one, and then one in Byron Bay that I forget the name of. Been to a few of them I have, when I was a young rock and roller.
Sure thing.
Oh wow, Lyric got 9 teeth pulled out at the dentist, the vet dentist.
9?
That's a lot. I wonder what was wrong with, sorry Red December, I can't remember if Lyric's male or female, so I'm going to say her mouth, just because she looks like a cute little female dog, but then again, male dog of the same breed's just going to look the same, isn't it, Stinky?
Yep.
So where are you at? You reckon you're about done, or we've hit the...
I can stop anytime because Sim is kind of continuous game, if you call it that. It's never been finished.
Wow.
It's just keep going up level and build more things and this and that.
Alright, so we might end the stream here. It's gone for a couple of hours now. Thank you all so much for staying for as long as you did and for interacting as much as you did. I reckon that was one of the most prolific live chats we've had, if not the most prolific.
Well, we only have less than 10% battery now anyway.
Oh, okay. No, we better stop.
Okay then. Well, nice to see you again this time. I think next time we'll do it on Sunday. But we'll post it on the Discord again, right? What time you gonna do? What day you gonna do next time?
What, the game? So tell them in advance.
Streaming.
Hopefully it'll be... You're saying it can be at the usual time?
Yeah, so that's that.
Just keep chatting a little bit more with the live chat or whatever there while I type this out for Ibiza.
Typing. Oh, what's going on? Nail it. Should I? Make the crop. Yeah, alright. You can take it. Oh, I got more stuff. But what's that?
Alright.
Measuring tape.
So I'm just gonna type that, so, and then almost finished. Next day or two, but yeah, I think Ibiza stayed up all night just for that, for us.
Whoa.
Because she said, I think she said something about toothpicks in her eyes to stay awake. Good night, 4:32. Good night, everyone. Thanks for the company. I need toothpicks to keep my eyes open. Wow. So thank you, Albiza, for staying awake for that long. Yes, indeed. What is the Discord link? So let me do that quickly as well. So I'll add that. And then Red December, if you do join, just let me know, because you get a special role in Discord as a channel member too. So I've got to add you to that. And often people don't use the same Discord name as they do their YouTube handle. So just let me know, and either myself or Random often does it as well. There's quite a few moderators that can do that sort of thing, or administrators. So I've added the Discord link there. You can always find it at the bottom of every video description too, or on the About page for the YouTube channel. Okay, so that's that. Thank you all for staying as long as you did. We will wish you a happy weekend. We'll see you in the next one. Any final words there, Stinky?
No. We'll see you next time. Have a good the rest of the day.
All right, bye-bye. Take care all.
Bye.